Hello friends, Tom Day here. Today I want to talk to you guys about a build that I'm playing on the PTR for Necromancer that lets you do T13 with around 600 paragon and pretty low sheet DPS, like, 8 to 900,000, something like that. And so first thing out of the way, I want to say that the build is from D2JS Diablo fans, and this is not something that I created or anything like that. There's a couple of them that are on there. This one is actually from Lord Fluffy, who's another YouTuber and makes guides on there and stuff. He's a good all-around dude. But in his video, he's using a lot more paragon. He's got ancients, primal ancients, augmented gear. He's got over like 2 million sheet DPS or something. And so I just wanted to make a video showing you guys that if you only have around 600 paragon, it says 900 here, but we're not using a bunch of it. You don't have a ton of gray gear, like unoptimized stuff. You can see this necklace is yucky. That you're still going to be able to do T13 in like 3 or 4 minutes, even 2 minutes if you get pylons. In the video, I don't even use pylons, but we'll talk about all that later. So let's jump into the build. All right, so in the build, we're going to be using Corpse Lance, Ricochet. We're going to be using lots of poison skills, and I'll explain that in just a minute. You're going to be using Corpse Lance, Ricochet, Bone Spear, Blighted Marrow, Land of the Dead. I'm using Plague Lands just for another poison skill. In Lord Fluffy's video, he's using Frozen Lands, which is definitely better because it freezes things. However, you're going to be killing stuff since we're kind of weak. If you take more than a couple of hits, you're going to die anyways because we have low para. We don't have great gear. So I decided to just opt for the glass cannon, more DPS. You guys can take it or leave it. And then we're going to be using Blood Rush, Molting, Extra Corpse, Devour, Cannibalize, Bone Armor, Dislocation. For passes, we got Standalone because we don't have any sort of pets. Final Service, in case you mess up. Rigor Mortis is awesome because you have tons of poison, so it makes them slower, it reduces attack speed, all that kind of jazz. And then, of course, Blood is Power. So we're going to go over the cube first, just so you can see the Nairs, I don't know, Black Death. For each different poison skill you use, you get a 100% increase in damage for 15 seconds, which is why I decided to just opt for the Plague Lands, Rune, and Land of the Dead, just to get more damage on everything else you're doing. Then we're going to use Stewart's Greaves, 100% increased movement speed after Blood Rush, and then the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Now check this out. You actually get to move so fast with it. It's quite enjoyable. Yeah. All right. On the other side, we're using the Pestilence set. We're going to be using 5 pieces because we have the Ring of Royal Grandeur. So for the helm, you're looking at stuff like Int, Vitality, Crit Chance. We're going to be using Corpse Whisper Pauldrons to increase the damage of Corpse Lance. And we're going to be constantly consuming corpses. By the way, you should definitely use the Numlock trick, which is you can... so if you go into your options, you go into key bindings, you can then set a skill on your action bar to the numpad, any numpad key you like. And I just have it set up to numpad 2 right now. And once you do this, if you simultaneously press the numlock key and that number, your character will just spam that skill forever, which makes life a lot easier for a lot of builds. Anyways, so we're using Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. You're looking for, Corpse Lance damage. Cooldown can be useful. Int Vitality. Good stuff there. Chest, basic stuff. Corpse Lance is the key thing. You definitely want that. Oh, the Johnstone is nice since we are using Land of the Dead. Nemesis Bracers, you definitely want poison damage on there. I mean, Nemesis is so good. So you'll notice in the video that I don't touch any pylons. So the video, would have been completed way faster because there's like 3 or 4 pylons that I didn't collect. It killed me. I wanted to click them so bad, but I just wanted to show you that the build is quite strong, even without the bonuses of pylons. We're going to be using the Vigilante Belt for the cooldown reduction. We got the gloves here. Crit, hit, cooldown, staples. The ring, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac is nice because it does reduce the cooldown of skills. The pants, armor is awesome for Necros. Actually, it's just good all around because we're using standalone. And then we have Krisbin's Sentence, Int, attack speed, crit chance. You could probably, you always want to get rid of that Int if you can. You can get increased critical hit damage. That would be better. We're using the Pestilence Pants and some booties here. For the weapon, you want an Ingiam. And I do have an Ancient one, but the damage roll, as you can see, it's pretty low. I guess it's like right in the middle, right? The high-end damage is right in the middle. So it's all right. And you could probably do this without an Ancient Ingiam if you had better rolls elsewhere. Like if, you had crit damage on here, or I'm sorry, critical hit chance on here, and crit damage on here, something like that. And then the lost time, This lost time is really, really bad. And I wanted to use this one just to show you guys that if you didn't have an ancient in Guillaume, you could have a better lost time, right? One with crit damage, elite damage, whatever. This is really nasty, and that's why I kept it here, just to show you how strong the build can actually be. For gems, we're obviously using Bane of the Trap because every build does it. I'm using Esoteric Alteration because I'm too weak and I die too easily, and you need to have... I needed this anyways when I was messing around with the build. And then the Gogok of Swiftness just to help get that cooldown reduction down. Because you're going to be constantly shooting some bone spears out. And you can see here the sheet DPS, not even 900,000. We only have about 20 million toughness. And we're going to be good to go. And in the beginning of the video, I actually forgot to activate the numlock on Devour. So you'll see me kind of standing there, nothing happening, then I just die. And just completely forgot to use the numlock skill. Later on in the video, I make another mistake where I don't remember exactly what happens, but I end up dying then too. I think I was trying to look for more elite packs, and I'm just kind of zipping around, and there were no more elite packs, and I died from that. So you can see that even with mistakes, you're going to be just destroying T13 in Season 12, as long as they don't change anything, and hopefully they don't, because it's quite a lot of fun. And I'm really glad that Pestilence set went from just bottom of the barrel to, oh my god, it's amazing. So until next time, guys, enjoy the video. See ya.
Needs to recharge.